Saqib Mahmood it will be then, in the side, missing out at Leeds, probably for the reason that Stuart Broad mentioned, that he was involved in finals day, Sunday at Lord's here. Too little time to recover to play at Leeds. What can he do now from the nursery end? Starts with a good one, just moving away a fraction off the seam. We could be right in saying this wouldn't be his preferred end here at Lord's. He prefers the pavilion end, where it can nip back and bring the stumps into play, but he does have the ability to bring the outside edge in, move the ball away, and that's why there are two slips. Backward point might be in the game as a catching position as well. Well, you'd sympathise with Saqib then, wouldn't you? You had to bowl all your career from this end, effectively, when you'd probably have preferred the other end that Jimmy was hogging. It was probably a sign of my preferred ends, as to whenever Jimmy Anderson didn't play, I bowled the pavilion end. Jimmy was excellent at the pavilion end, particularly to left-handers bowling over the wicket, going across, used to get extra bounce. Tried 15 years to convince him he'd prefer the nursery, but it never seemed to work.
Middle, please. Middle.
Ryan Rickleton gets off the mark. First ball with Saqib just straying to leg a fraction. Got a bounce back today, England. It was such a poor performance a couple of days ago. Absolutely marmalised in that opening game, and a real wake-up call for them and for the captain, who will certainly be demanding a much stronger performance here. It's this format in particular that has caused England problems. Pretty strong in Test cricket, better in T20 than 50-over cricket, but since the last World Cup, they've only won 7 out of 21 games in 50-over cricket. Gets this away as Saqib just pushes one wide, and that combination of the width and the slightly short of length allows Rickleton to cut for 4, 9 for none. Worked away off the hip by Markram, but That rain we've had this morning just slowing the ball up, but well, Jamie Smith, he made ground, and as he went to flick the ball back, he flicked it into his body, which then took the ball over the boundary.
It was good effort, good commitment. And it was his knee digging into the surface. It was a fine shot. Archer's just been a little bit leg side. He's swinging the ball back towards Markram, but off the hip to get that amount of timing and power. See, even cast diving took a big chunk out the outfield. It's a Jamie Smith dive. An eye on his knee that digs into the surface there. It's nasty. It's happy the player gets up unharmed from those sort of moments. Boundary doesn't really matter in that scenario. It's something the players will have to be aware of.
Mentioned England struggles in this particular format, the 50 over format, where they are way down. They're 8th in the rankings, but since the 2023 World Cup, only Bangladesh and Zimbabwe have a worse win percentage than this England team of test playing nations, I should add.
Yeah, it's pretty ugly reading, to be honest, but I have to lean on the side of slightly unsurprising. If the players don't get any exposure or know-how of playing 50 over cricket, how can you expect players to be brilliant at it, I suppose? I mean, you're picking players purely based on T20 form or test match form, or don't play any 50 over cricket because the Metro Bank domestic competition is played underneath the 100. So players are leaning on past experience of building 50 over innings.
No!
And when your Butlers and Roots disappear, you'll soon have a batting group that will only gain experience from playing international cricket. So sort of luck, really, if you have a good side.
White. Definitely getting that movement back into Markram. Quite sharp movement back off the seam, accentuated by the fact that Archer is bowling from the pavilion end, so the slope is helping that ball come back into Markram.
Knowing Jofra like I do, he will be hungry for the left-handed Rickleton to get down his end. Gold is 11 balls all at Markram, so he'll be desperate to move that ball across the left-hander.